That tribe wife to single mom in your 40s pipeline, yes, that's being exposed. All down my For You page, we got these women that are 40, maybe 50 years old, talking about how they were the perfect trad wife. They baked bread, they cleaned the house, they had unmedicated births, they stayed home and reared the kids, and their man still left them for somebody that was 15 years younger than them.
What is your opinion on Tradwife? Tradwife means traditional wife. What is your own take on this Tradwife trend on TikTok? This thing is trending back to back. I've been seeing it everywhere, and today we're talking about it. I have this interesting video to share with you all. Let me roll the clip for you all to watch to the end and the stitches that come along with the video, and I'll see you all at the end of all the videos.
That tribe wife to single mom in your 40s pipeline, yes, that's being exposed.
This trend is proof that the greatest investment you can make is in yourself and to not rush major life decisions. It is not just trad wives who are brave enough to come on here and be honest about their experiences, but also other women in their 40s and 50s who are sharing their stories about marriage and motherhood and how they are happily separated from the men that they once chose. And I think especially in our 20s and 30s, it is so easy to fall into pressure to do what is societally expected of you or what everyone else around you is possibly doing. But the truth is that none of us know how our lives are going to play out. So if you are someone who is interested in getting married and having kids, I will say that I do think that happy marriages exist. And I do think that there are good men who would also be great fathers and partners. But to increase your chance of finding that, it takes respecting your boundaries. It takes being willing to walk away from red flags. It takes not making panic decisions because you are tired of dating and just want it to be your turn. And in order to get to that place, you need to build your self-love, grow your career, focus on friendships, and overall create a life that is so fulfilling to you that a partner would simply be an addition instead of a necessity. Life is long, but it will always be too short to settle. Invest in yourself now and also take your time to find the right partner in order to lower the chances of you struggling later.
That tribe wife to single mom in your 40s pipeline.
Let's talk about the trad wives to autoimmune diseases and breast cancer in your 40s and 50s pipeline. I want to add another layer to becoming a trad wife that has to do with emotions and the marriage itself. When you are fully dependent on one person financially, economically, and in all other ways, you might not feel safe enough to take the risk to express your healthy anger in the relationship. What happens in that situation is that you internalize it and internalize it over years and years and years because it's too great of a risk. You're risking like the well-being and safety of yourself, your kids, and like your whole life basically. So it makes sense that you wouldn't take that risk. But what happens when you internalize that over years and years is that you develop chronic health issues like autoimmune diseases and breast cancer. So before you make that decision to fully give up your career with no backup, just consider that.
Literally. And that's the thing. I think that's why people don't like Nara Smith. One, the Mormon thing, and then also because she's romanticizing the idea of being a trad wife. When in actuality, no amount of self-sacrifice and no amount of people-pleasing and man-pleasing is going to prevent somebody that seeks to mistreat you from mistreating you. That's how that happens. I mean, that's just what it is. You can never be perfect enough for someone that seeks to hurt you. Okay? Y'all. It's really sad watching these women like basically say, I'm a single mom of 4 kids now. He lives with another woman, blah, 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 blah. And I saw somebody in the comments that said something so perfect. You never see a 40-year-old trad wife advocating to become a trad wife. A lot of the times it's typically somebody that is young and very new in the lifestyle. Y'all, if you're in your 20s, even if you're in your 30s, listen to these women, okay? They are what your future could look like. That tribe wife to single mom in your 40s pipeline, yes, that's being exposed.
That is the truest thing I've ever heard. You know, we all want to be this cute little Betty Cleaver Stepford wife because the whole idea of not having to actually work for our money sounds appealing, but in reality, you might as well just hang up your hat and just go find a box to go live on the street if you choose to do that, because I don't know if you guys know this, but when you are 100% financially dependent on a man, You know what is the only thing keeping you from poverty? That man's feelings towards you. And I don't know about you, but feelings change. My feelings change all the time throughout the day. I can only imagine what it's like for a guy when life starts to get a little bit too hard, when the economy starts crashing and they start looking at you like just this never-ending freaking bill. And then if you have kids, now they have you to support and the kids to support. Guess what? That sounds really exhausting. So personally, being that I was in that lifestyle, now that I'm not in that lifestyle, and thankfully I got out when I was still relatively young, before I was 30, but starting over in your late 20s, I mean, I get starting over at any age. It is hard. It is so hard. I'm here in I'm getting close to my mid-30s, and I really just kind of started my career now. And I have to tell you, I see such a stark difference between women who started their careers in their 20s versus women like me who are starting over in their 30s. The skill set, night and day. Can't keep up, can't match up with them. So all I'm saying is if you're choosing to do that whole traditional wife thing, go for it, but don't go in blind. Don't go in thinking that just because you have a man paying your bills, you're set for life. Because no, honey, you are anything but set for life. If anything, you're dancing on a fine line between prosperity and absolute financial ruin. So just think about it, because it's scary. It's scary when you're not being provided for anymore. And you got to do it all by yourself. It's rough.
That too.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? To go Maria David, and I'm back again with another interesting video. Today we're talking about trad wives, and what is your take on trad wives? Is this trend a good thing or not? For me, no shades to people that are doing this with your full chest. Being a traditional wife, that is what you want, it's fine. I'm just here to hear my own opinion and also hear your own opinion about this trend that is going on. And this, I feel like one of the reasons why this is trending of recent is because of there's this particular lady on TikTok, or a woman, her name is Nana Smith or something. She is promoting this traditional wife thing, making it look like, oh, what I do is I don't do anything. All I do is take care of my children and service my husband or something. And if she wants to do anything, she produces things from the scratch. I saw a video, and the first video I ever saw on her page, she produced paper. She said there's no paper, then she made paper so that her children can write or color paper. So, and this got a lot of people talking about traditional wife and all of that. You all, if this is not your first time for watching my video, if you've been following me for a long time, you know, I feel like you already know my take on this traditional wife thing. I feel like my take has not changed till now, and I just feel like it doesn't make sense. In my own opinion, this is no shade to anybody, it doesn't make sense to just sit down and take care of children, put all your eggs in one basket, you know, trust somebody with your life and thinking that, okay, this person is going to be there for me through thick and thin, and not do anything for yourself. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't see how this makes sense. I've looked at it different ways. I'm not seeing it. I don't see how people just leave so many things, and all they do is focus on just taking care of children. They don't work, they don't earn anything. They only get support from their partner, and that is it. Whatever the partner jobs is fine for them. So far, they are happy and they're taking care. And people are like, even though they're happy, it's fine. It's fine. If that is what you're doing, if that is what makes you happy, if that is what you feel, it's fine for you. But for me, I don't see any sense in it. I don't see any sense whereby somebody would just sit down and trust someone with their life. My take is, what if this person dies? What will you do as a traditional wife with 3 children? Financially, like, are you okay financially? Like, how would you even trust someone so much? And you have a kid. Let's even say you don't even have kid. Probably you can be a traditional wife and no problem. But you have children. Like, how can you trust someone so much with your children? What if something happened at the long run? And I feel like when a man sees that you cannot do anything without them, they are fully in control of you, especially when it comes to money and everything. Most of the time you don't have a say in the relationship, and this happens most of the time in my society. These men will take care of you. They will tell you, I don't want my wife to work, I want you to just stay at home and take care of the children. They turn you to baby making machine. They want to go out and come back with fresh food. Some of them will even eat the same dish they eat the same day, or the next day. They don't eat food in the freezer. They want the woman to cook fresh food. They do it, and they will take care of you. They have the money. But a lot of BS you collect from these men, if you are actually making your own money and he knows that you are okay financially, it won't give you that trash. But because he knows that you are on his feet, he can use that money thing to, threaten you and punish you, and just say, you know what, if you don't do this, then there's no money. I go back home, you cooked food that was salty, so definitely I'm not going to give you any money. I feel like they have full control of the woman, and it's really wrong, because you don't even get to do anything for yourself. You don't even get to live yourself for yourself. I know you are married and you have kids, your life has changed, but then you still have yourself, because at the end of the day, these children will leave you with your husband alone. In the long run, the children that you think that they are there now, they might not be there when you grow up anymore, and you'll be left alone with yourself. Then you sit down and think about it. What have you done with your life? Just my own opinion anyway. But I would like to know your own thoughts about this traditional wife thing. Do you think this trend should stay or should just go to the trash? Because I personally don't see any sense in it. Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section, and thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and kindly turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified once I upload another interesting video like this one. And of course, I will see you all in my next video.